know that when I get home, if I feel like it, I can just put in the DVD and I can do 30 minutes and sweat it right off, you know?
Now, you mentioned that, you used to go to a gym and you didn't fall in love with the gym. I'm wondering, do you now that you've done Tracy's routines realize that you were almost wasting time and working out in ways that you didn't even need to now that you have Tracy's method?
Definitely. I think the great thing about these DVDs is that they really focus on what kind of woman you are.
Yes.
And someone can't come in here and say, okay, all of you guys need to do the exact same workout,
right,
because we're all different women and we all have different bodies. And it's important to be paid attention to.
I agree. Can I ask you a really personal question?
Sure.
Which kind of person were you? Omnicentric, ad-centric, hip-centric?
We actually don't agree. I think that I'm ab-centric. I have small legs and small arms. I'm pretty small right here, but the second I eat anything, you can just kind of see it here. And I'm not complaining, but listen, we're all women. We get older. It happens,
Yes.
So that's what I think I am, and you think?
Well, I had times where I wanted to really focus on the glute lift.
Yeah.
But
no, I don't think it's a problem because it's behind me and I don't see it. So I'm like, well, who cares? I'm not looking at it.
But that's the key is that,
great.
with someone like Nicole, that's where the viewers at home are going to have the biggest challenge, is that when something's not screaming out of you out of proportion, you generally want to go towards omnicentric. But when I'm looking at her butt, I'm like, well, I think that, that's really the direction that is where she's is the weakest link. And that is what will knit everything together. Once we get that strong, it will all wrap around and her abs will become flatter.
And that doesn't mean that I'm just at home doing butt lifts all
day.
No. I mean, you work out every single...
Yeah.
I mean, after I work out, and I'm sure that you felt this way as well, you're sore in places that you didn't even realize existed.
I agree.
It's not just your biceps and your quads. It's not like that. You really feel like, wow, I've really worked out every single muscle in my body.
And yet you felt good. Like you were tired, you knew you worked out, but I left there with this sense of,
that was awesome.
Right, something that's good for you. It does. It feels like it fits women. I mean, it feels, yeah, for sure.
To me, that time is really just about, it feels nice because it does feel like I'm paying attention to my body. And it does feel nice, I do think, especially women today who are working and doing so many different jobs and mothers, it's nice to take that time and really feel like you're doing something for you and not feel like you're not being paid attention to. Like, these DVDs are specifically for you.
Well, Nicole, thank you so much for being
you.
with us tonight.
Thank
you are terrific. You look terrific. And Tracy's going to stay and hang out, but again, thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
So that was Nicole Richie, everyone. She is one of Tracy's clients. Metamorphosis worked for her, and it really can do the same for you. So, Tracy, just to recap, again, this is the only day this month presented on Easy Pay. QVC is the only place where you can find Tracy's Metamorphosis on Easy Pay. It means you can get it home for $33.32. And remind us what we get when we talk about 5 DVDs. What's on those 5 DVDs?
Well, basically what you're getting is you're getting a workout that's going to last 90 days, but you get 5 discs, and on each disc there are 3 different programs. So you have like day 1 through 10, and so on. So you've got every 10 days that are switching.
So once you hit 90 days, you will have done the complete
Then we
5
give
discs.
you, with QVC, continuity, like the first month of continuity, I believe, as well, which is really important because Metamorphosis is a journey that we're going to take together for years and years and years. And I'm not going to just get you results after 90 days and then those results are going to stop and you're never going to get more. I'm going to transform you, and I'm going to keep you transformed, because once you do knit everything together, you have to keep it there. There is no magic pill. I have developed a magic formula,
but you got to keep doing it,
and we're going to work together on it. But another thing I want to say is I don't want people to be like stressing about what to order. If you like Gwyneth, for instance,
Gwyneth Paltrow, another client.
Yeah, she was really a glute lift as well. But the thing is that when you don't have something that is screaming out of you, if you go omnicentric, that's okay.
Okay.
Because I
would go omnicentric.
But it just doesn't. Then what you can do with continuity is if you realize everything's changing, but oh my goodness, I want my butt to just lift up a little bit more, then you can switch to glute. because at some point in this work, you will become so strong and balanced everywhere that you won't be prone to your problem areas anymore.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just really this very, very different idea. Tracy was the first to bring it to us, and it really is just extraordinary. If I could have, I probably should have taped my workout the other day. I just now thought of it. We could have put it on. You could have saw. Because, yes, you have to push your body. I mean, I was there for an hour, half hour of toning and sculpting, and then that half hour of cardio. So, you know, it's up to you to find the time and to press play. But once you're there, Tracy takes over. You just follow her in the routine. You don't have to say, okay, what do I want to do next? What do I want to do next? You just follow
I
the
just
routine.
need people to do it and stay focused on it. And don't mix it with things. You know, it's designed perfectly to work together. I wouldn't put anything out that didn't work. And I promise, you know, the women at home that are watching that if you do, you know, let me into your living rooms, that we really will do this. I know I'm asking a lot to let me in there and to stay focused on it, you know.
But we want it, so you're not really asking that much. We want it. Now, take a look at the screen again. We're going to do those before and afters. So what you're looking at, I mean, look at the entire body.
I know, and that it is so, if you could have seen, I wish that we would have had more footage of this test group, because we tested on women, you know, for this product, and just watching their entire personalities and confidence change. Most women think about what they wish they had 80% of their day, even subconsciously, like, through magazines and all of these things. And I just encourage women to know, like, I'm not trying to make you me. I'm not trying to make you Gwyneth. I'm not trying to make you. I can make you your best you.
I love that,
everything
Tracy.
in proportion.
And we're going to continue to look at the before and afters. Now you're seeing Susan, and again, certainly you're losing weight with this routine if you're following the diet plan, if you're pressing play and you're doing your videos. But more than just losing weight, I mean, look at everyone's hips, their thighs, the shape of their stomach. Again, if we showed you the backside, you would see differences. And here on Sally, I mean, she was, you know, she was fit. On the left, I would never walk by Sally and say, oh my gosh, that girl needs to take 100 pounds off. But on her after, I mean, it's about changing your body and then therefore changing the way you think about yourself.
Yeah, I mean, she has the most killer body, you know, now, and she really she's such a good student, you know, and I find that so many of these really smart women that have tried things that have failed them, it's really frustrating. So they're A+, she's an A+ student, she really is.
Now, let me ask you a question, because we're looking at the video and lots of attention again to the butt and the hips. You can see that Tracy's using her shoulders there. But this is not a DVD for men, correct?
Well, funny that you say that. This is developed specifically for women, but men are having ridiculous. This summer when I opened my Hampton studio in New York.
So you have a studio now here and on the other coast.
I have one in Tribeca in New York City, one in Los Angeles, and we opened one in the Hamptons.
Oh, terrific.
I live there most of the time. So, but the husbands of the wives that have been doing it for so many years with me there, they started to come. And one of them, he does like jujitsu all the time, and he was like, there's nothing like this. He's like, I can't believe this. Like, he's loving it. He feels better about everything. When you wake up your accessory muscles, they're so hard to wake up. When you wake them up and you keep them stimulated, you know, it's powerful for anyone. But this product for women will transform women, and you will look like, you know, you will look like what you hope and dream to look like from your exercise program.
Well, let's speak about the body types again, because remember, everybody can order the Omnicentric. If you are a person who just feels like, you know, when you gain weight, you kind of gain it all over. You like to target your whole entire body, order the Omnicentric. But then there's also one called Abcentric, Hipcentric, and Glutecentric. And again, how do we make that choice, Tracy?
If your bottom, you feel like really needs to be lifted, like, gosh, I wish I had another few inches on my leg, and why is my butt sagging down, or I wish my underwear line went like this and could be pulled up. Glute-centric. If you go out on your outer thighs at all, like you feel, you know, like really pear-like shape with your hips, you're hip-centric. If you carry your weight primarily in your stomach, most of those women have very tiny legs, and it's really from the waist up they carry their weight, abcentric. If you look in the mirror and all over, you really feel like you either, and you can be really, you know, have a lot of weight to lose and be omnicentric, but nothing's really protruding out of proportion that is pretty obvious to you, then omnicentric is right for you. And omnicentric, too, could be the person that was born really genetically blessed, which is why, I train a lot of, models.
Yeah.
I train a lot of people that, they're like, gosh, I like the balance that I have and the proportion that I have, whether they're tall or tiny, they like their proportion. But as you age, you lose your skin elasticity and you lose that, everything kind of starts to sag. So keeping your accessory muscles awake without ruining what you've been given is really key. So many women that have these really proportioned bodies genetically, they're like, I don't want to work out because when I work out, I start to bulk up or I start to this. But they need to work out to keep it, not only for their health.
Well, that's just why I love the DVD system, too. Again, I'm a woman, Tracy's a woman, you're probably a woman watching, too. So this is really, even though the men are raving about it, this is for us. Often if you belong to a gym, I know I do, I'll go into a class and nobody takes the time to do something for, just the butt or just the inner or just the outer thigh, because there are 10 guys in the class. So we're working our bis and we're working our tris and my shoulders are getting huge, and you know what? My butt is still sagging and my thighs are still jiggling. So I love that Tracy's DVD really is for the type of bodies that us ladies want. And it's not something so far out of reach. It really is doable.
The thing that's great, too, about someone like Nicole, because she's a designer as well, I look at the way that the clothes that women want to wear and how they want their bodies to fit into them. When you do certain forms of exercise and you over-empower your thighs, like the pants aren't going to sit right on you.
Our skinny legs.
You're going to go. You might feel really good in your little, workout shorts, but then you go in to put on like a beautiful dress that someone's crafted or a really great pair of jeans, and you just are like, gosh, you're miserable. Like that's why, I'm very inspired by fashion too, and so I want women to feel beautiful naked, and I want them to feel beautiful in clothes as well when they go out.
That was really well said. And Tracy, we're going to take a look one more time because I want everyone to realize, well, you know what? I have an exercise video, and I'm ready to use that. I can lose weight that way. This is different than what you have at home. If you don't have Tracy Anderson's Metamorphosis, you have nothing like this. This is a look at it again. That's Tracy herself. You'll be the only person on the video the whole time,
right? I'm the only person on the video. I wanted it to be intimate. I need people to pay attention to my angles. Like, this is not like a motivation, like, hey, I want to get you moving. This is incredibly detailed and scientific, and I need you to really be there with me. The other thing is that if some of the moves look like, oh gosh, I don't think I could do that, you're wrong. It is very doable, and the reason why we start, like level 1 through 10, even if you watch first, that's okay.
Okay.
Even if you can only get through 5 reps, that's okay. By the end of the 10 days, you'll get there, and then you'll be ready for your new program. I always joke, and I'm like, people hate me in the beginning. They're like, what is she having me do? And I get it. By the 3rd or 4th day, they're like, oh, wait a minute, I actually can do this. And then by the 10th day, they're like, I'm so ready for my next program. And if you have to modify anything, like listen to your body and modify, but get through those sequences, and you will just become stronger and stronger and better and better. I don't care how much weight you have to lose.
Are you like this on the video? Because right now, I want to go find a DVD player, take off the skirt, put on the workout shorts, and start working out. Like, you're very motivational, but in a kind, girlfriendy, not yelly military way.
Well, I'm definitely not a yelly military person. I mean, we are in this together as women, and I'm not a teacher that teaches through fear or I'm just not like that. Like, I'm nurturing, I'm serious, I know what I know how to do, and the only way to do that is to be in this together. And I care.
Yeah,
I mean, I care so much.
You're very passionate about it, and I'm so thankful that Tracy designed it. I'm so glad that we have it here at QVC. Let me remind you again, it's just under $100. It's not one DVD. It's 5 DVDs. So 4 are 90-minute discs, and then 1 is a 60-minute disc. But it's just a series of programs